think ultimately their back line this year, everyone can talk about the front line, but Anna Morehouse has been exceptional, getting her first call up for England with the national team. Emily Sam's been away, got the Olympic gold medal, you know, being an alternate coming back in there. She's been exceptional for this Orlando Pride team this year, and we can't have an Orlando team without talking about, for me, the greatest player ever, Marta, you know, in this team, aging like a fine wine, get her on the ball, she still makes those runs in behind, but all the other runners off, like Barbara Banda, Adriana, on a different level, and Barbara Banda has just set this whole league, set the whole world of football alight since she's come into the NWSL.
17 goal contributions in 12 games. Meanwhile, for the Houston Dash, under acting head coach Ricky Clark.
Yeah, I mean, Jane Campbell, massive for this team, massive leader, been in the club for 7 years, you know, fantastic player, and obviously the addition of Paige Nielsen, but it's all about Olivieri and Ordonez in this team for me. You have to score goals, Mike, to win games, and these two players, I think, have had good telepathy in the summer series, and hopefully they can bring that to the game tonight.
And Leanne, as it pertains to the conditions tonight, everyone trying to fan themselves off a little bit. In theory, the least level of home field advantage you can get from the weather conditions if you're Houston is when you play against Orlando. In theory, it doesn't feel all that much different in one locale or the other, but based on Orlando's tenuous history here, they're going to try and usurp what's a 7-game winless skid in Houston.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, I love the heat. You know I love the temperature, Mike, but this is on a different level in Houston, and I think if any team is equipped, it's the Orlando Pride to come here. They won't make any excuses about the temperatures, but I think sometimes the Houston Dash can use that as something they can use it as a positive, because when teams do come here, they'll have a hard time adjusting to the humidity.
Houston gets the first touch. We are back underway. The NWSL is on Prime this Friday night. It's a loaded slate of games. We begin with Orlando away to Houston. Leanne Goodell. Doyle hangs the cross toward Banda. Comes high, lashed at. Bounce toward Patterson. Olivieri out. Not entirely. This won't hang in for a lot of those ills. Ball forward from Marta. Doyle latches on. Across. Knocked wide by Adriana. Have Banda rise. Marta. Got on the other end. Head swiveling, got end line. Patterson hangs up the cross. Ordonez was moving toward it. Got by Banda and Tarciane going stride for stride. Banda won it. Banda picks her head up. Banda fires, and ultimately simple for Campbell. Had a move for Banda, brilliant. Banda against the world as ever. Banda turns on the Jets and knocked down by Campbell. Nielsen clears.
The Houston Dash.
Ball whipped across, header down, may have caught an arm. That's certainly Houston's appeal. Speared out over the line. Nothing doing. Another corner for Houston. Lobbed up. Jacobs trying to get a piece. And the league came together during this Olympic break to come to a new NWSL collective bargaining agreement that sees labor peace through 2030. Includes a number of major systemic changes to the league, not the least of which the elimination of the draft. We spoke to Haley Carter yesterday about what that means.
Looking at the youth players that are coming up, looking across the collegiate players, I think, you know, getting rid of the draft for us is exciting, because now you have the opportunity to really work with players and make sure that they want to be in your environment. And the reality is we want people who want to be with us as much as we want them to be with us.
It's not an easy thing to do.
Ball wound across. Marta lashed at it. Ball Karam's free, never got through to Campbell. 4. Angelina. Ball drops. Banda knocked down. Still loose, top of the 6. Over to Strom. She goes cascading to the ground. Still blocked, and Houston got it away. Slot as Banda breaks through. Banda bursting through. Banda rolls it back. Adriana is there. Doyle now. Doyle knocks it right at Campbell. Huge first season coming out of Virginia at North Carolina. Ball knocked across. Patterson angles in. Patterson crossing. Chance for an open header. Got closed down by a bellow. Then you can have fun. In the lab, she's 100% in the lab, but on the field, 100% on the field, just as if they're different parts of the brain. And Alozia continues to try and catch her breath. All the while, another player down is Andressa. Adriana angles in on Patterson, whips it all the way across, snuck by the post. Suddenly rather enticing here for Houston. Hung up by Rubinson, dealt with easily. Taken out of the air and sent wide. Strides by, sends service again, bounces, Alozia! Andressa. Wrapped by Morehouse. They felt that way going to Kansas City when we had them earlier in the year. They feel it now with the Pride. Ball lobbed over. Jacobs with the Stegosaurus hair went up for it. Back the other way, Pickett. Smashed outside. Olivieri undeterred. With a lot of confidence sneaking in, and Pickett finally lifted it off. The hair got cut too short, it kept falling in her face, and she thought, what if I'm able to do 3 of these and keep it out of my face moving forward? It's worked out. It's become a signature for Natalie Jacobs on the field, and 159 million years of history.
Gets minutes. She's a main player on this team.
Jacobs couldn't get a piece of that. Falls. Yates! Yates! The Orlando breakthrough! Summer Cup's over. Summer Yates taking over, and Orlando, trying to stretch the longest unbeaten run in league history, grabs the lead. Marta angles free. Marta! Saved Campbell! Oh, that was wild from Marta. Schmidt. A remarkable story, and over 200 caps for Canada. Well, is already internationally retired. Corner for the Pride. Up for Banda. Steers it down. Campbell angles over to Orlando. Sends it down the line for Marta. Back toward Banda. Circulates outside. Adriana. Angelina. Angling for space. Return from Andressa. Ball falls. Alozia knocked down by Morehouse. And still, Orlando has not conceded in the final quarter hour of a game all year. Houston came racing out of the hydration break in the first half, and they might be doing the same here.
Well, 4 or 5-0, but it hasn't been that way.
Adriana found the space and went for goal. By Bello. Marta. Ball knocked down. Marta kept it, and that's eventually blocked. Put the game without a goal now for the Dash. Getting in line. Ball hung across. Header off the post. How did that not go in? The equalizer was right there. Andressa. Now it's Adriana. Adriana crossing. Tarciane went stride for stride and kept it away from Yates. Header away. Control near.
Because no doubt, defensively, they're pretty solid. There's a reason why they were the best defensive team in the league last year. And I think in games, they do well defensively.
That's it. It's full time. And the Orlando Pride own history by their lonesome. The longest unbeaten streak in regular season NWSL history. A 1-0 win on the road ends a 7-year hex in Houston. And the Pride ride a Summer Yates goal into fall with a 6-point lead atop the table.
Great win for the Orlando Pride.